Peter Kelly, aka Beerjacket, aka Peter Kelly. Tell us why the name. Tell us firstly, what does the name mean, and why have you decided to go under that name as opposed to just Peter Kelly?
Oh, there's a multitude of reasons. A beer jacket, as you'll know, is when someone, through the power of being drunk, doesn't feel the cold, but really it's a good metaphor for hiding behind things that are fallible and that don't last. And I'm not really that much of a protection at all. And I think that's quite a good description of kind of what being a musician is like as well, especially when you're, as I am, an acoustic musician, so there's not an awful lot there. It's kind of hung together sometimes by will or by some miracle that that things work out, and that's something that kind of appealed to me. Why not use my own name? I don't think I've got a very remarkable name. Maybe if I had a really extravagant name or something special, then I would use that instead. But it would seem a wee bit of an absurdity to use my name, because I am not in music. The way you sort of described me there as AKA, well, that's true, it has become that, but I sort of feel I've always tried to create something separate anyway, rather than having me on the stage, because that's a terrifying thought when you think about it, that you're putting yourself on a stage. So really I suppose I'm trying to create something separate, as well as that something separate being a good reflection of what I'm trying to do.
I suppose the AKA thing has followed you around. I mean, you're on your third album now, and every time you're written about or spoken about, you are Beerjacket, aka
Somebody I work with sent me an email today that said, "Hi, Mr. Jacket." So I think it has become a sort of a slightly obscured, the man in the music, but I don't take it very seriously anyway. I mean, I suppose it would only really be a problem if it was suggestive of me being a big drinker and I'm not.
Right. You played 3 songs for us today here at the Glasgow Cafe, and you brought your backing singer along with you as well, which was very good.
She's dressed up. I'm just wearing this.
You're dressing down. You're on your third album, and it's picking up quite a lot of airplay. It's the Beerjacket profile is definitely on the rise. But your day job as a teacher is full-time and demanding. You're a father as well. How do you find the time to actually write songs and also get out there and actually perform them, record them, let people know that you're doing them?
Well, I mean, if you want to do something, then it happens, and I think I don't really struggle with time. I never seem to manage to mess anything up, and I think that's probably because everything that I'm doing, I'm kind of supposed to be doing. And I just sort of all fit together as one thing, and so doing lots of different things within being busy and having all these responsibilities is not that much of a test to me, because it's who I am. I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about what I have to do, because I just get on with it and do it.
And have you ever looked out on a night and seen somebody from second year standing at the back of the crowd?
Not maybe second year, but sometimes I get wee blasts from the past, because I realise that somebody was in my class. It's maybe it's a bit of a rites of passage that once you've been to school for a wee while and I've been your teacher or I've been in the building, maybe they go and see a gig just because it's a tick box kind of thing, bucket list or something. But I think that's a nice thing. Like, every now and then, you see somebody that used to teach, because I care a lot about my job, and obviously that means that I care about the kids, the young people who are in my school. So it's nice that they would set aside time once they're adults to go and see.
Come and see you.
Play, yeah.
You played us 3 songs there: 2 Travel, Cape and Antlers. Cape's probably my favourite on the album. I'm a big fan of Superman. I like this Superman kind of imagery in there. Tell me a bit about that song.
I remember, well, my favourite memory of that song, it's not about writing really, but my favourite memory of that song is that I played Solos Festival last year, and I don't think my little boy had heard, maybe he'd heard that song, I'm not sure. If he hadn't heard it, he certainly had never been to a gig before anyway, and he was at the festival, and he and his cousin were doing like actions for the song. So that's always sort of in my head when I play it. I've kind of got, I was going to say I've got a pretty good relationship with my kids. I've got a very good relationship with my kids, and so they're sort of threaded through a lot of the songs, and a lot of them are sort of geared towards maybe kind of things that my kids are interested in, and certainly my little boy likes superheroes and things, and it's probably a bit, it's a general aspiration that every dad would like to be a superhero. I like to, how do I put it, it's sort of a song about if Superman was just not super but a man.
Mm-hmm. You've also designed the artwork for all your albums, not just this one. How does that come about? I mean, do you set out a kind of, you know, a determined idea as to what is going to appear on the cover of the album?
I spent quite a lot of time this time because I don't think I'm any great drawer or whatever. I'm not a skilled artist, but I work really hard at it because I don't find it so difficult to play music and design and stuff. That's quite natural, so it's good to test yourself when you're packaging it and presenting something that is beyond the thing which came easily to you. You know, you push yourself a bit further, and so I spent a long time actually drafting the pictures and trying different images and things, and I'm really proud of the way that it looks. I don't know what art teachers would say.
You haven't given them the chance.
No way on earth. But I'm really proud of it. I think it's a good reflection of what it sounds like, and it's just what was in my head. It's what I wanted it to look like. So
you've been kind of lazily described in some quarters, occasionally mine, as Scotland's answer to Elliott Smith. I know Elliott Smith is someone who has influenced your music over the years. Who else have been major influences in your style?
My first love was Nirvana. Absolutely changed the way that I listen to music, think about music, and even if it's not obvious in the way that my music sounds, I think that's still at the backbone. That's where it's all come from. My idea about music and the way that I feel about it. I like lots of things. I mean, I think I've sort of taken an interest in kind of route towards more traditional kind of singer-songwriters and things. So I love Neil Young, I love Bob Dylan, all that kind of stuff. That's great, but I've got there through liking Pavement and Sonic Youth and Nirvana and like noisy kind of stuff. So I've kind of got a melding of these kind of maybe more traditional kind of teenage 90s kids kind of influences with older stuff that I've come to when I was older, you know. But I like anything that's basic and anything that's raw and direct and honest. But I also like things that are kind of complex that I can read it more into than I hear it. And like Elliott Smith is, for some of the early recordings are very simplistic and kind of really homemade kind of sounding. You know, the songwriting is really deep and has lots of different kind of images that fly in, and a lot of darkness that is presented in quite almost really super melodic kind of way. So it's very melodic but very dark. Yeah. It's really basic but it's really complex, and I like that kind of contradiction, and that's what I like.
It's been good hearing the songs today, and there's going to be an opportunity, well, several opportunities for folk to get out there and hear you as the year goes on. Tell us a bit about where you're playing.
I'm doing the Words and Music Festival in Perth next month. That's 15th.
Of March?
Yep, of March. And what else? Blue at the Bog. And I'm also doing Solace Festival. There are lots of other things that are kind of filling in as well. I've been getting asked to do a lot of things towards the end of the year, which is sort of almost unimaginable, you know, fog of time, but I'm doing the Pleasance sessions in October as well. I'm sure that there are lots of other things that I've forgotten about. I'm too busy thinking about all the other things that I've got to do, but yeah, there's a lot going on.
Good, we'll hopefully catch you at some of them. Peter, thank you very much.
Thank you.